And like I said, so let's be clear. Let's try and narrow down some of the clear points that I'm thinking. Because, yeah, I kind of cut that short. It's getting to 15 minutes. They're only really allowed to upload on IG 15 minutes, so I didn't want to cut short, but it's enough rant about that. Let's just try and narrow down the key points so women don't lose their cool. Like, oh, that's sexist. All you're trying to say is some shit about men now. Oh, it's okay. So it's alright for you, some of you to say it, yeah. But anyway, to and I'm not against women. Don't think that as well. Because me personally, I get along with women. So people can say what they want about me. I'll still be there, getting along with men and women tomorrow. Because you can't kill my vibe. Just because I can say whatever I want, and you can't kill my vibe. Might not have the following, the money, the looks to match. So you think, oh, he ain't nobody. But you still can't kill my vibe. So I'll still be vibing with all human race tomorrow. So think what you want to think. If you think like that, fuck you. But yeah, anyway. So to narrow down some of the key points. So my point is not that some people don't have valid points in what they're saying as well. I'm just saying the government are going to boost your algorithms, and plus people just like to react, so it's naturally you're going to get more views for that hate speech anyway, yeah, especially when you say it in that manner without, because you know that you're going to get, because it's so like it's so explosive, you see people get views for that behavior, so you subconsciously now act like a bitch to men and women, yeah. But we're talking about women, but I'm not saying, because people say, oh, now you're calling all women bitches. No, I mean, to men and women, you're going to naturally come out, la, 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 on TikTok, guys. It's like, yeah, people are going to react to it. So it's going to naturally get more views, but the government also going to boost that as well. Because that's how it's been set up. The algorithms have been set up like that, yeah. You don't really see that on IG for some as much. I'm not saying there's not people. You see more constructiveness because there's a lot, the younger generation is more the TikTok thing. You know what I'm saying? So I can't explain it. I'm not gonna break that one down because I don't really know. I don't see as much of it on IG. You know, sometimes I still see people speaking out, but it's not as much hate speech, like in a way that's like, I can't explain it. It's weird. I have to look into that as well. But anyway, so the point, so your algorithms get boosted, so you feel like you've achieved something when you haven't. You just achieved letting some stress off yourself, which is good. Good for you. Do you get what I'm saying? And a lot of people that are gonna want to say something, women are gonna be like, yeah, yeah, go sis, you done know. I'm glad someone said that, when there's like 1,000 people saying it, if not more, in the same day. So yeah, you're glad someone said it? Okay, because that's the first time it popped up on your timeline, cool. But some of you watch 1,000 videos and you're like, I'm glad someone had to say it. You just watch a fucking 1,000 videos of the same shit. But anyway, it's gonna be so the main people that are gonna have something to say are men who are youths, who we should be teaching to be better men and not putting them down. So we're distracting them from their let's say they're just studying, and all someone's gonna come and say, well, men should be on their path, not worrying about fucking shit. We're not all raised like that. You're complaining that there's poorly raised men, yeah, in the essence, and then you're gonna kick them down for it, and you're gonna expect them, well, if you got nothing better to say, if this ain't gonna affect you, this shouldn't affect you mentally, you go study your business, go do whatever you're doing in terms of becoming the strongest man you can. But you're at the same time tearing them down apart when you know some of them, a lot of us are not raised 100% correctly to ignore you. You're saying something about men. That guy responding is a man or is a young adult, teenager, whatever. Some cases a boy still. So the building blocks. So your aim as a woman, or us as a generation, because we're not going to say so, it's just not just a woman's job to raise a child, but it is part of her job. Yeah. So we're going to talk about, right now I'm not speaking about human race, but it's humans race's job to procreate and raise children. So that means it's also a woman's job. Yeah. So which is narrowing down the points. So a woman's job shouldn't be to tear down our young men. Some of you are young yourself, so I understand you haven't, doesn't mean you're not experienced, but you haven't learned as much. And that sounds like a contradiction, catch-22, but it's not. Yeah, you have experience in life, experiences, but not as many. It's not down to age, it's just down to your ignorance. But there we go. God, there's 6-year-olds that are more studied than me. I'm thinking, what the fuck? So your ignorance is the same as my ignorance, because I'm like, this 6-year-old knows more than me. I'm a little bit jealous here. 'Cause I thought I was the fucking know-it-all. But anyway, and they'd be sitting there reading their books, not got a bad word to say about people. So you think your age, oh, I've got bare experiences, I'm 16, I'm 18. But there's a 6-year-old reading books, some of the words in 4 different languages, some of the words we can't even pronounce or know what they mean, who doesn't have a bad word to say about anyone. If anything, they could beat us up with knowledge. Something that some of you people on TikTok can't do. So narrow down the point. So the point behind that is, your job is to procreate and raise children. Like I said, it's also a man's job, but talking about women in particular right now. You're gonna go to the internet and kick us all down. For fucking some of them men, unfortunately, it's natural traits that was never raised into them. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Natural traits that we should have been raised with, that we wasn't. Raised with that we wasn't. So it almost sound like racist there. So we had to. Some people just tune out with words that they think they hear because they're fucking dummies. But anyway, didn't come here to really kick people down. But yeah, some people are dummies. They just fucking don't listen to the actual words. They just listen to trigger words. We're gonna get onto a rant one day about that whenever it comes up on my timeline too. But that's another thing that has to be addressed. But so that's the main 2 points: is you're gonna get boosted on your algorithms, right? I think you achieve something. And as a woman, also as a man, but as a woman, your job is to raise children, not kick them down. Otherwise, they're gonna have the same traits as what their mum and dad put into them, or didn't put into them, because they was dead or in jail or on drugs. So now you're just as bad as the parenting, and you're thinking you're standing for a good cause. The irony. Some of you don't know what irony means. I'm not smart like that, so I'm gonna say it's similar to sarcasm, but it's not. Go and research for yourself. But if I could try to explain it to you, it's like you're kind of it's almost like a contradiction. It's almost like, but in a funny way, it's almost like a hypocrite, because you think you're changing something, but you're adding to the problem. In many ways, I'm guilty of that too. So I'm not sitting here talking like I'm above you or nothing. I ain't above no woman or no man, but I'm just saying you're distracting a man from building his own ribcage. Then let's say that if a young man is so distracted by social media, we can't help that, right? We can't just say, oh, well, go study your business, go make your money, go start fucking training to be a soldier or whatever, for the greater good. I'm not advising anyone to be a soldier for these scum countries, but to sharpen. So all day a man could be sharpening his weapons or his knowledge, yeah, or his muscles, whatever. We're obviously going to be distracted by the internet, because it's just we're in a procrastination nation, whether we like to admit it or not, and it's hard to make money. A lot of people, they want to do things to make monies, but they procrastinate because it's hard to make money. But they don't realize, well, you could be just studying to study. You don't always need to study for money. Obviously, I'm not blaming anyone like that's out there, because I'm like that too. I'm not putting you down for 2021 behavior. I'm just saying, because people are going to say, oh, well, how can you study just to study when you need money? You need to fix your generation's health and wealth issues. You know, I get that. But like I said, there's also health issues. And there's people that are studying just food and more like nature and nurturistic matters. So go and do that instead of your rants. Yeah? But we can't expect a man or woman, so I'm saying it's the same for men. If we have to be sympathetic for men, we have to be sympathetic for women too. Yeah, I'm not saying just be sympathetic for men, so don't try to twist my words like that either. We can't just say you can't get distracted. Oh, well, if you got greater goods to get onto, they don't need to be in the comments, but they're young adults, young men saying for young women are going to clap back. And it's less, because I see it less. So women are more respectful in terms of like, or if you could say it more submissive, it's not a bad thing. They're not going to go and voice their opinion in the comment section, because you see less of it, or maybe the algorithms are not reaching them. I don't know, because I'm not an internet expert. Yeah. So, but I've seen them voice their opinions less. That's respect. So a woman can give respect and hold their tongue more than the men, but not when they want to be superior. Not for the women. So this is not going at women. This is the ones that want to be superior to men. That's not how you do it. I'm not saying a woman couldn't be superior to men, because in my opinion, superior is not a. We always want to we link equality to superior to like together, but they don't run hand in hand, but they can co-join. For me, superior is. I'm gonna use the example as fighting, but I don't like to use that example. It's just easy for everyone to understand. Superior to me is like if a woman beat up a man in a fight, it could be a boxing fight, a fair fight. She's superior for that moment, for that day. And if she beats his ass every time, she's superior to that man. Same for knowledge. If she has more knowledge and he's always trying to, he ain't got a leg to stand on, she's superior. Yeah? It can also be a good thing. But if you're superior and you're just trying to do it to conquer your world and conquer your people, you're scum like the government. Don't get it confused, because there's different types of superiority and there's different types of equality. And I think I'll leave it there with just those 2 points. I can expand for points for days. I'm not trying to say why certain women are wrong. I'm just going against the ones that think they're superior and they don't know what superiority is. Because it's good to want to be superior to certain people, if that's how you want to win in life. But if you're doing it in destructive ways, that's just killing your own people that came from the same struggles as you, mentally and physically. You will never be superior that way. So that's the only 2 or 3 points I need to add, but I got fucking hundreds of them.